Happy Wednesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
We thought we'd talk about camping because the finale of Alone Australia is on tonight. There's the final 2 episodes and then SBS On Demand, you will see the reunion, or you can watch it tomorrow night on regular SBS. I'm hosting that reunion, which is ironic considering I've never been camping. And here I am surrounded by these people who are extraordinary outdoors survivalists.
Not everyone's good at camping, really.
No.
Like you look at Burke and Wills, they weren't good at camping.
Tribal Drum is going to beat for Pissweak campers.
Also down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. This is a big one. Men sitting down to pee. Does that pass the pub test?
Jimmy Barnes and Chris Cheney have formed a new band along with some other musical celebrities.
Yeah. And we've got some bombshell married at first sight news. It's all coming up on our podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
What are you, an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well. Woken up to hear the news that Rolf Harris has passed away.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they kept that quiet for a couple of weeks. I guess they didn't want a big hoo-ha around that. Isn't it interesting that Rolf Harris, for much of his career, would have imagined that he would have been eulogised in the same way that Barry Humphries was, and yet the headlines are pedophile dead.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a pedophile, people.
That's what happens. Don't be a pedophile.
Don't be a pedophile. Remember Madame Tussauds, my wax figure at Madame Tussauds? There was Bert Newton, there was me, there was Ray Ma, and there was Rolf Harris, who discreetly was melted down a few years ago.
He was taken out the back to dusk and turned into some candles.
I think, or else he came back as Kate Middleton. You know, they just melt them down and make other ones.
Can I ask you a fashion question at the start of the show? And I want you to be honest. So I've got my motorbike boots.
I thought it was about your shirt.
No.
Come and show me.
I've got my motorbike boots tucked into my jeans, but I've got a nice seal going.
The boot comes up almost to your knee, but not quite, so 3/4 of the way up the calf, and you've got them tucked quite snugly in. Rasputin style, or is it more, I'm off to watch the boys play rugby? You look like a rugby mum. And I should know because I am one. You look like, oh, you're hugged up. No, I'm just off to watch Jasper
do you
play.
See that? Is that? Can I get away with that today here at work?
Here at work you can. If you were going to Australian Fashion Week,
right,
I'd say maybe untuck.
Because if I untuck them, then I break that warm seal that I've got.
Have you weed inside them?
No, I've got a nice warm seal.
But who's going to see you here? It's just us.
Someone. I'm just
us.
Save Albo comes in.
Yeah, or say Kylie Minogue is coming in.
He wants to offer to DJ at my next wedding. Yeah. Say he comes in and... Would I untuck them then? Because it's a bit of palaver to untuck.
So, we would keep Albo waiting at the door.
While I untuck.
Just give us half an hour, Prime Minister. Won't be. You keep talking to the Indian Prime Minister. We'll be with you in a moment.
Jonesy's got to untuck
He's just got to untuck himself.
Okay. Good.
But no one's going to see, so it's just you. And why don't you just say, I'm off to watch the kids play rugby.
Put the Range Rover into low range.
Don't mock. I'm one of those people.
Action-packed show today. You know, Jimmy Barnes is going to be joining him and Chris Cheney from The Living End have a new project. Have you seen or heard of the Barnstormers?
Yeah, I have.
Fantastic. I love that whole rockabilly thing.
All right. We've got lots of
also,
stuff.
Instagram makes its
We're
return.
going to meet another finalist in our Jam Singles. We are narrowing it down, and this is when we put on our matchmaking hats. It's all about to happen.
I've moved it. We've moved it from the back burner to our favourite burner on the stove. Yeah. That's the best way. That's the only way that I can say it.
It's the safe burner, isn't it?
It's the burner that you always use.
The trusty one.
It's the one you always look at and you go, I love that burner. That one is the great burner. Yeah, sometimes you get a burner that's not as good. You go, that burner's not pulling its weight.
But sometimes you have to use it.
Sometimes when you got people over
when
and
you've got a lot
of pots,
going on.
A lot of pots happening. But it's always the burner that goes out, like if it's a gas one or if it's an electric one. It's the
you think, why is it
good.
taking 100 years to boil these potatoes?
What's going on with
Because that's my main course, just the potatoes.
That's the slack burner. That's like the oats of the burner world. You know, the rest are...
Hall,
like me. and then
Oh,
oats.
come on. I've seen how you tuck your pants in, whatever.
We can't do anything until we do question one of the Magnificent Seven.
Which Shakespearean character said, to be or not to be? That is the question.
Podcast.
Gary Beers on the bass there. Gets a good groove happening there. The band were really taking off.
I know you're just showing off, but can I say, you said, who's the bassist in INXS? And I said, it's Gary Beers. And now you're saying, Gary Beers there sounds great.
That doesn't mean that we can't appreciate his bass groove.
Of course we can. I'd like you to appreciate my musical knowledge.
How did you get the name Gary Beers then?
It was
musical knowledge?
It was a misprint.
Oh, because I told you that during the song.
I knew it. His mother named him Gary.
You are a piece
I knew
of
that
work.
story.
I told you that during the song.
I knew that story.
No, you did
Maybe,
not.
you know what should happen is that we don't talk when the songs are on, and I'm going to wear 2 pistols on the side of my head to stop you stealing my thoughts.
You're an idiot. Let's do the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I've got nothing to say, or Jonesy will steal it.
But it's about getting question 7 right. Hang on, you stole from me. I told you about Gary
Hello,
Beers.
Jeremy from Narellan Vale. How are you?
Very good. Good morning, Jonesy, Amanda.
Jeremy.
Hi. Which Shakespearean character said, and listen to my theatrically trained voice here, to be or not to be, that is the question. Who said that?
That was amazing. That was like you were holding a skull. It was Hamlet.
I appreciate that, Jeremy. Thank you.
How many teats does a cow normally have, Jeremy?
How many
Teats.
teeth?
Teats.
God.
Teats.
T-E-A-T-S.
Teats.
8.
8 teats. No,
They don't give birth to a litter.
Next to a nuclear reactor, maybe. Emma's in St Mary's.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, how you going?
Very well. It's not 8. How many teats does a cow have?
I have no idea, so I'm going to go with similar to human and go with 32.
No.
32 teats?
No, I think she said 2.
Oh, I thought you said 30. Did you say 32 or 2?
32.
Oh, a human, 32 teats. We're not saying teeth. We're saying teats.
Teats. T-E-A-T-S. Teats.
Imagine a human with 32 teats. I've seen their OnlyFans. It's extraordinary.
No waiting. Give us a call, 13 WSFM. How many
Teats. Things that the milk comes out of.
Does the cow have? Give us a call, play the Magnificent Seven.
Nation.
The Magnificent Seven. It's question number 2.
Question 2.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
quick
Amanda
sticks.
speaking in code. Hurry up, Dumbos.
Matt's in the Shire. Hello, Matt.
G'day, Amanda. How are you?
I'm very well,
Okay,
thank
you've
you.
forgotten the name of the show, Matt.
Hey, Jonesy and Amanda.
Yeah, good.
Oh, so
Well, I'm
you're-
just saying that sometimes we get new listeners. Matt might be a new listener.
I didn't know to put your name first,
No,
so now we know.
I'm not saying that. It's like sometimes people just ring up any radio station.
I'm happy for
Could
it.
be talking to Ray Hadley.
Of course they could. We
other
take all
shows.
floaters. We take all
love
surfers and floaters.
Are you a floater, Matt?
No, I've been listening to you two for a long time.
Well, Matt, I'm glad you're
And
still
you forgot
here.
the name of the show.
No, he's sometimes
I'm
been on
worried.
the
Is it a
radio.
marketing thing?
He's been on hold for a while.
I just worry I've been doing this for so long now. People have forgotten that I'm doing it.
Oh, Jeff, don't be like that. Matt, question number 2. How many teats does a cow normally have?
4.
4. Let's move past that question.
Let's play advertising.
Tell me about advertising.
Advertising doesn't have any effect on me. I tune it out.
What brand is this ad for?
I've been to cities that never close.
Etc.
Yeah.
From there
What's the ad for?
and all.
Are you there, Matt?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
What's that an ad for?
Oh, can we play it again?
Sure, here it is.
I've been to cities that never close down.
Etc.
Maybe we need to get to the chorus for Matt.
That's an ad about promoting Australia.
Well, yeah.
What a particular product, though. Service. Company.
Oh, gosh,
Sorry,
I
Matt.
remember.
Sorry, Matt.
Emily's in Surrey Hills.
Hi, Emily.
Good morning.
Usually there's little kids singing it. Maybe that's what's thrown
Yeah, the
everyone.
little kids in the youth choir.
Yeah. What's that an ad for?
It's the content.
It is
Of course,
indeed.
it's Qantas. From the early 1940s until 1976, which of the following was banned in New York City? Was it A, pool/snooker, B, pinball, or C, motorcycles?
Banned from the 40s till 1976.
Oh, I'm going to go with A.
No, it wasn't that. You could play pool.
Tyler's in Springwood.
Hello, Tyler.
Hey, how you going?
Very well, thank you. New York City, 1940s till 76. What was banned? Pinball or motorcycles?
I'm going to say B, pinball.
Pinball.
Yeah. The New York mayor at the time believed it robbed school children of their hard-earned nickels and dimes. Police destroyed the machines. You're an owner of these, Brendan. You've got a couple of pinball machines.
I love pinball machines.
They destroyed them with sledgehammers and dumped the remnants into the rivers.
What do the kids do now? They just harmlessly vape away these
Yes,
days.
that's much better for them.
What kind of volcanic rock is used for exfoliating hard skin, Tyler?
Pumice or pumice?
Pumice. I've always called it pumice, and my husband's always been very uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
I thought it was called pumice.
I like when Tyler says pumice.
Pumice. Yes. Question number 6. The engine of the first train in the world was powered by what? Our very first engine. Very first train engine. Steam.
Which NRL series starts next Wednesday?
That'd be the Great State of Origin.
Great State of
State of Origin. That's done it for
They're
you.
all in camp down there your way, Manor of Coogee. You've seen them around?
I might wander down there.
You see them down there?
And say, hello, Thingo and Thing.
Nico Hines is
I'll
there.
know him.
He's
I'll know
enjoying
him.
it. You know him. Payne Haas is there.
Well, and all the others.
I hope the Fox is there. I hope they've got Josh Adokar in there. We should get Brad Fiddler on. He comes on the show every now and then. Congratulations, you won the Jam Pack. Inside, it's all coming your way, Tyler. A family pass to Scenic World, Mountains of Fun. $150 to spend at Holy Moly, Darlinghurst, Australia's best mini golf. Par none. And Jonesy tomato carrot to choose for the colour and a substandard pencils. Tyler, anything you'd like to add to this?
Yeah, go the Blues.
Yeah.
Go the Blues.
Right on.
That's the thing.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Good morning.
I'm glad we're not the only ones up at this ungodly hour.
Thumbing through the Jarmanac, our big book of musical facts on this day, 1974, David Bowie released Rebel Rebel. The song was said to be inspired by the burgeoning glam rock movement, as well as Bowie's provocative and unconventional style, blurring the lines of gender roles and expectations.
He was ahead of the game.
Everyone's doing it now. He was doing it first. During this time, Bowie moved to Berlin and formed a close friendship with musician Brian Eno. He'd be handy to have around, old Brian.
After a night of indigestion.
You get on the Eno. It was here Brian introduced Bowie to his new card-based system called Oblique Strategies. This system was designed to stimulate songwriting. On the cards were cryptic, thought-provoking phrases or instructions aimed at breaking creative blocks, such as honour thy error as a hidden intention or emphasise differences. So he put up these little cards and that would give him
I
inspiration.
think Bay City Rollers went down that same route with their inspirations.
Really? How do they do that with one of their great songs?
I can't delve into the teachings of Bay City Rollers right now with you.
What about Rack Off Normie then?
Yeah.
Same sort of...
inspirational.
Bowie loved the card system and used it when he felt he needed to change direction in his writing. Thus, we had this.
Let's hear it for the cards.
Jam Nation.
I'm so lonely, so lonely.
No need to feel sad and blue. Let Jonesy and Amanda find love for you.
Married at First Sight, what did it give us for marriage and love and all that sort of stuff?
I don't
Nothing
think it
really.
plans to do any of
If
that.
you want to make a living out of going on OnlyFans, I was reading about some of the Married at First Sight people. One of the ladies went on OnlyFans and managed to get a deposit for a house.
Really?
So good on her.
Sold a lot of fans.
She's got a lot of fans, but she's got to do some...
I meant, does she sell fans? When you think OnlyFans,
Oh, okay,
it sounds
so,
like,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, like out
look
they
at
go.
this, two
Fans,
for the
fans,
price of
fans.
one.
Pedestal. Stand-up fans. Anyway, you could do that.
Or you can come to us. We're being
you want to find
sincere
love.
here. Now, this is what we're calling it Jam Singles. If you've just joined us, we have found a whole lot of people who are looking for love. We are whittling this down at the moment to 4 finalists. What we're going to do then is find all the people that are interested in them, and we, Jonesy, are going to put on our matchmaking hats and match people
What about
up.
matchmaking pants?
Pants and hats.
Right. So
And a
we look
nice
like-
vest.
I imagine we look like Luigi and Mario.
Maybe.
The Mario brothers.
Can I be the one without the mo? Too late. So let's look at finalist number 2.
Yes.
This man has had a lot of response. on our wsfm.com.au, on our website there. His name is Daryl. He is... How old's Daryl? We'll let Daryl tell his own story.
Hi there, I'm Daryl, a 58-year-old hopeless romantic with a wickedly dry sense of humour. I'm easygoing as they come, detesting all forms of drama. Sports fanatic? Count me in. I'm up for watching any game and love hitting the golf course or bowling alley. As for my looks, think of me as a fine red wine that only gets better with age. Oh, and no little blue pills needed here. Now, I'll admit I can be a tad obsessive about my appearance, dressing to impress and keeping my lawn and home on point. So don't hate me for being a bit pedantic. Dating me is like winning the lottery. You never know what surprises and excitement lie ahead until you take the leap. If you like the sound of me, head to wsfm.com and click Daryl.
Go, Daryl.
When he said he's particular about his appearance and then he said he keeps his lawn on point, does he mean manscaping?
I don't know. Does he trim his bonsai?
Maybe.
Don't know.
Look out for his buxus. Well, if you like the sound of him...
We like Daryl.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and express your interest at wsfm.com.au and you might be the person who we match up with Daryl.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Out of all the reality TV shows, you know what? I reckon I could give Alone a bit of a crack.
Oh, bull.
What do you mean, oh, bull?
There's no way in the world. It takes a very special person to survive on their own in the wilderness.
Once again, I think I could give it a crack. I went to Scouts. I know how to light a fire. I know how to eat stuff.
Then you should talk to the people who were in Alone Australia, who went in thinking it would be that. I've been a fan of this show for years, and I've watched the ones that are set in northern Alaska and where there are extreme predators and extreme weather. So you think, how hard can the Australian one be? Everyone's scared of the bears in North America. Well, here in the Australian Alone series, the environment was the bear. It gave them nothing. That's a completely different set of challenges. They're in Western Tasmania in a place called Lituwitha, I think, and it poured with rain and there was no food to be seen. When the Indigenous population are around there, they move off at that time of year because even the fish are dormant.
Mm-hmm. So it's all been dammed up as well, hasn't it?
In the past, that's right.
Yeah.
So there's water everywhere, but there's dead trees poking out of everything. And they can't even find earthworms half the time to go fishing.
Oh, that's good. I don't want to eat earthworms.
Well, some of the contestants or the participants actually ended up eating worms. One guy, Michael, who was in the final tonight, there's 3 left in the final, Michael, Mike and Gina. Michael has been in for, I don't know how many days they're up to now. He's been there for 4 weeks. He's eaten nothing but grasses. Seriously, grasses. He has eaten no protein or no... solid food at all. And to watch how hard it is for them to catch fish, to try and catch, they call them the paddy melon, this small breed of wallaby. It's so hard.
There's no film crew. They have to film themselves.
That's
So
right.
they've got little tripods. How do they learn to do all this
They
stuff?
have a week of boot camp where they learn how to do all of that, the camera techniques, and that camera equipment's heavy. And what we saw tonight, there's the 2 final episodes. And then after that is the reunion on SBS On Demand, and you can watch it again on SBS tomorrow night. But Michael, when we last saw him, had eaten nothing and had decided to do a make or break run and change the position of his camp. And you saw him lug that heavy camera equipment over this hideous terrain. And they're at the point now of thinking he's eaten nothing. He can't afford to use calories without anything going in, but he thought, I've got to make or break. You'll find out tonight, did it make him or did it break him? But some of the stories are extraordinary. I mean, you've got Mike there, who is ex-army, but he's a survivalist, and he's like MacGyver. He's made a canoe, he's made traps, he's made this and this.
His fishing rod was pretty good.
Yeah, but a lot of things seem to be eluding him. He's like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. That paddy melon just escapes his trap every time. Some of the stories that have come out from this series have been incredible. Chris tapped out, I think, what day was he? He lasted 12 days. Chris was an Iraq war vet, and he's this ebullient, funny, loud, cheerful guy who thought that he could survive, he'd enjoy being out on his own. But when you've got PTSD, as he does, sometimes being alone isn't the best thing for you. And his tent in Iraq was near a helipad. So we see an extraordinary thing on this show where a surveying helicopter goes overhead and it sets off a panic attack.
So we got that chopper flying over, and I thought it was like super exciting. And now just getting mad PTSD triggers. I don't know why. PTSD's a it's like crazy panic attack. Jesus. Well, that's what a PTSD panic attack looks like. If you ever want to see one.
Gee.
He said that none of his friends or anyone has ever seen him have one of those, and he decided that he would film himself having this. He'd keep they're told to keep the cameras rolling. They've set their own cameras up, but he said such response from the time that aired, not just from war vets, from a whole lot of people who have panic attacks, to share what it's like, to give insight into what it's like. One of the other incredible moments. I cry on TV tonight talking to Gina about what's happened to her. There was one night, Gina is full of joy every single day, but there was a particular night where this huge sadness came out.
Blaze's birthday. Happy birthday, Blaze. This fire is your candle. My little spark. My only cub. When I was 38, I discovered I was pregnant. And then 4 days later, I found out I had breast cancer. I was told that I had to terminate the pregnancy or I'd die. And I said, no, I will not. This wild wolf mama inside me just said no. Chemo babies are usually tiny. When Blaze arrived, she was 4.5 kilos. Getting her here healthily and being in remission taught me that I could trust that part of myself. And then 3 years later, Blaze got cancer. For any parent, the most terrifying thing to think ever is that your child can die. It's the biggest fear of a parent. It's like, as long as they're breathing, you're afraid. Spent 9 days in the ICU and then she died.
And she had to set all that up herself and just...
As she said, though, how valuable it is to see these stories on TV. For example, Chris's PTSD storm, to see that it can end, the storm ends. And as she said, a grief storm. It comes and you breathe through it and that moment ends. It'll come again, but such incredible lessons that everyone has responded to. This has been one of SBS's most popular shows ever.
It's a great show.
It's an incredible show. So tonight you will see Gina, you will see Michael and you will see Mike, the 3 remaining contestants, participants, and tomorrow we will talk to the winner.
And you... After for the reunion,
hosting the
like
reunion,
Alex Perry when he did that show with the
This is nothing
Real
like
Housewives.
that. This is nothing like that. There'll be tears, and most of them are from me.
Jam Nation.
We're doing a grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
What we have here is 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
And then we say to you, do you want to double your money? One more question, get it right, you get $2,000. If not, walk away with nothing.
Sarah's in Janali.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey guys, how are you?
Very well. We want this to go off. We've been so close the last few days. As we say, if you're not sure, pass, because if we've got time, we'll come back to it. But if you're wrong, it's all over Red Rover, okay?
Okay.
Now, we've got 10 questions. We've got 60 seconds. Are you ready to start?
Ready to go.
Good luck, Sarah. Here we go. Question 1. What month comes after February?
March.
Question 2. Where on the human body would you find the hamstring muscle?
On your leg.
Question 3. A birdie is a term used in which sport?
Golf.
Question 4. The town of Mullumbimby is in which state?
Pass.
Question 5. How many zeros are in 1 million?
6.
Question 6. Who sings Kids with Robbie Williams?
Kylie Minogue.
Question 7. In which country did chicken salt originate?
Pass.
Question 8. Which reality TV show is about celebrities dancing?
Dancing with the Stars.
Question 9. Who is married to Keith Urban?
Nicole Kidman.
Question 10. In Greek mythology, Zeus, Aphrodite and Athena are all what?
They're Greek gods.
Question 4. The town Mullumbimby is in which state?
New South Wales.
Question 7. In which country did chicken salt originate?
I don't know. America?
No. It's Australia.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, it's one of Australia's great inventions. Oh, Sarah, $100 for your groceries to go and buy some chicken salt. I'm sorry.
You get out of Ritz Chicks in Janelli and say, give us some chicken salt.
And then drink out of a river because it's as drying as hell.
I think chicken salt's punching above its weight, by the way, Sarah, so, don't feel too bad.
Damnation.
You know what happens when you watch a show like Alone Australia or any of the Alone series? I could be watching one of the episodes. It might be in northern Alaska and they're cutting an ice hole to go fishing. And I'll go, oh, why would you do it like that? I'm sitting on my sofa at home eating chips, judging people, and I've never even ever been camping.
You've never been camping?
I don't think I have. Maybe once overnight. But as a family, when we were kids, we weren't a camping family. And I don't mind that. I know a lot of people feel you've got to be in the great outdoors to enjoy life. For me, that's not how I roll.
I'm not a camping fan, but I went to Cubs and then Scouts.
And was a lot of camping
instruction? That's what it's all about. You have to build your own tent and do all that stuff and light a fire and
when you see the people on the
bush.
When you see people on Alone do it, the level of their shelter is extraordinary.
Yeah, well, we had to build a shelter with that, and I live for the shelter building. That's great.
And how would your shelter go?
You make a shelter out of nothing.
Don't just say shelter. What did you make?
I made like a shelter.
Yes, but did it have all 4 walls and a door and a little kitchen nook?
Yeah, mine
and
was
an
like,
annex? Tell me.
Mine was like the I Dream of Jeannie bottle inside.
A couple of cushions.
Lots
They're
of
the
cushions.
wrong colour, everyone.
That's all I need.
That's a Valance, sir.
I took off a lance. No, you get some sticks and you chop them down and you make like a lean-to and then you get some big bush or something over the top, as long as you got some protection there.
Yeah. Well, not everyone has that skill set. So the tribal drum is beating for Dobby and a Pissweak camper.
Joining the fun, travel all over Australia.
Someone that can't do camping.
Yeah, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you know, maybe you've had a camping disaster.
I've got a story.
Okay, here we go.
So
I've built a shelter. I had my Valance freshly ironed.
A friend of mine went camping down the snow region, but it wasn't snow time. It was warmer, but still chilly.
Right.
Anyway, there were a whole bunch of them. And this friend of mine's friend is a nurse. And they're all gathered around the fire, and it's great. And there's a lot of people there that they don't know. And there's a particularly large guy there, and he there's no toilet facilities. So they've got this camping chair. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got a toilet seat on it, and then you put a bag underneath to get all the stuff.
But the toilet seat is raised off the ground. It's like above a bucket. It's like a...
it's got literally like a fold-up chair with a toilet seat on top.
Okay.
You put the bag underneath so you don't have to dig a hole or anything like that.
I made a mistake of using that at the home show.
So anyway, this large guy's had a few drinks. He goes and does his business, but he's so heavy, the whole thing collapses, and one of the metal poles goes right into his buttock, like into the cheek, and it's a very bad cut in his bum, and he's fallen into
the poo.
Yeah, and so anyway, is there a nurse here?
Oh no, that's when you say, sorry everyone,
so
I'm a circus worker.
This lady, next minute, she doesn't know this guy, she's got him like a baby, and she's got to clean up all the area.
So it doesn't get that in there.
And because it was a bit cold, there was a bit of a frost, so it had turned into a bit of a paste. I know. And as she's doing all this, she said, well, I
didn't sign up for this.
They said, go camping, they said. I don't want to do this.
All right. Well,
it happened to Burke and Wills.
Perhaps it did. We just don't read about it. Dobby and a Pissweak camper. What actually happened when you go camping in the real world?
I hope I haven't put you off. Nation
Podcast.
The tribal drummers beating Dob in a Pissweak camper.
Join in the fun. Travel all over Australia.
The irony, the Leyland brothers weren't anything like that. They were great. Although they would have had their moments, surely.
I'm sure, but they didn't film their bad moments.
No. That was back in the days when you just filmed the story, you didn't have the drama.
Yeah.
They like the drama.
The finale of Alone Australia is on tonight, followed by a reunion
hosted by
special
that Amanda
hosted
Keller.
by me. These people are incredibly resourceful. It made me realise that I'm hypercritical. When we all are, when you go, oh, why are they making a shelter like that? And you're on the couch, you're patting the dog, you've got a blanket over your lap, you're eating ice cream, and you've never been camping. Or if you have, you're terrible at it. Tribal Drum is beating for Dob in a Pissweak camper.
Kylie has joined us.
Hi, Kylie.
Hello.
Hello. Was it you that was the terrible camper? What happened?
No, not me. I'm quite an experienced camper, and we had a camper trailer a few years ago. We were camping at Harrington in New South Wales. Anyways, we were there fine, set up, and some neighbours moved in next door. And here they are, they're pulling out their tents, out their boxes from Kmart. And we said, oh, look, this is interesting. So there's a whole big family of them. They all set up after we watched for a little while, which was quite amusing. And then that night it poured with rain. Woke up in the morning and we got to go to the toilet, and here's their campsite completely trashed. So off we go to the toilet, and in there it's packed with all these people. And my husband comes back and he says, hey, you know what happened next door? They put their tent in a hole, so when it rained, it flooded. They were completely drenched. Their tents were destroyed. And this poor guy in the toilet that my husband was talking to was going to drive home in his undies because all his clothes got wet.
Oh, and that's when you never go camping again.
No, so they pitched a tent in a hole.
Yeah, I don't think they were going to go camping, but camping's great fun.
You've sold it so well,
But also,
Kylie.
you know, if you're going to stuff up, you're going to be camping next to someone like Kylie who's going to be good at it.
But when we were at Scouts, you were taught don't set your tent up under a tree. Don't set it up in a hole.
Do kids still go to Scouts?
Yeah, I think so. Scouts.
Did you get your camping badge?
Yeah, I had heaps of them. I had heaps of badges.
Did you?
Well, what happened was...
Because you're a pyromaniac.
The Arcala had left the top drawer open where all the badges were, so I just grabbed a bunch and...
got your knitting badge.
I've got my sewing badge and put them... I look like Idi Amin.
Splitting the atom badge.
I remember him saying, I don't remember you doing
Into
hang
space.
gliding. What's this hang gliding badge? Yeah, I did. Skip, I did it.
We've got Margaret. Hello, Margaret.
Hi, how you going?
Very well. Tell us about your camping experience.
Okay, this was many, many years ago, probably about 40 years ago when we were in our 20s, and a friend at the time had purchased a block of land on the south coast. So we all decided, let's go down, we'll go camping for the weekend, it'll be great. So we got there, got all set up. My then boyfriend and his brother and girlfriend and I shared a double tent. In the middle of the night, we heard the zip undo, like we thought it was the door. But it turns out my then boyfriend's brother was a sleepwalker, so he decided to have a little wee out of the window on our side of the tent. So that was kind of interesting. But it got better. So the next day we were all pretty over it by about, 24 hours in, not able to have a shower. So we decided we'll go to the local squash court, have a game of squash, because then we can have a shower, get cleaned up, feel good. So we're all in a game of squash. My boyfriend and one of his mates were having a game, and the guy got a bit carried away, whacked the ball of beauty, lost the racket. The racket flew across, hit my boyfriend in the mouth, right on his chin line, split through, so his teeth actually came through. So we ended up then spending the next few hours in the local South Coast Hospital getting stitched up. So it was a disaster.
I don't know whether I'd prefer the incident or the weeing. I don't know which is the worst.
It's like
camping. It's good for the character, isn't it?
And you can save that for when squash courts go bad.
Yeah. Wow. We're going to take more of your calls. Dob in at Pissweak Camper.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Let's get this over with.
Are we ready?
Pay attention because I do not want to have to fail you.
Really enjoying the TV show Alone. It's on the telly on SBS tonight, and then after Alone, the reunion episode where everyone gathers around, and that's hosted by you.
It is. So the finale is tonight. We'll have the winner on our show tomorrow. But these people are so good at surviving in the wild. Some only lasted one night. So here you are, Brendan, saying you think you could do it.
I think I could do it.
These people all had bush skills. They all had that. But sometimes it's the loneliness. Sometimes it's the pull to go home and all that stuff.
And when I say that, I look at the reality TV, my reality TV CV, if you will, Dancing with the Stars, Real Full Monty. What was the other one? I'm sure I did something.
Pick Your Bum for Cash?
That's right, Pick Your Bum for Cash. Out of all of those ones, I think I could do this one.
See, everyone thinks I could do that, but really it's so much harder than it looks. But we are those armchair kind of critics, aren't we? And most of us couldn't do it. I've never been camping, so what would I know? Tribal Drum
You
is
might be
beating
good
for-
at it.
Oh, I think I can assume I'd hate it.
Why? Let's go camping.
If I could take my Fabergé egg collection, then sure. Dob in a Pissweak camper.
Join in the fun. Travel all over Australia.
Anna has joined us.
Hello, Anna.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Great.
Tell us about your camping experience.
Okay. It's actually about my family. In the early stage when my kids were little, a friend of ours decided to ask us to go camping. Now, we've never been camping, so we didn't know what we were doing. But anyway, we ended up getting a tent and some blow-up beds and a pump and whatever else we needed. And we went camping. We had a great day and all that, but come night time, we all went to bed. And then halfway through the night, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the mattresses went flat as a pancake. So my husband gets the pump and we start pumping the bloody beds and everything, and then a bit of water got in and all that. And then when we got up in the morning, everybody was staring at us and laughing and winking at John and all that. And I said to my husband, "What's it going on about?" And he said, "I have no idea." And then somebody came to me and said, "Oh, you guys must have had a good time last night." I said, "What are you talking about? We had a shit night. We didn't sleep. Our mattresses went flat." He says, "Oh, I thought you were having sex." And I said, "Oh, you must be bloody kidding." I said, "The mattresses went flat. That's what happened. We weren't having sex."
What did they?
Well, they heard the pumping.
They heard the pumping and the frustrating noises.
Yeah. They just assumed that we were having sex. Far from it. The bloody mattress went flat as a pancake.
Something was flat as a pancake.
It was far from sex. Great. Grant has joined us as well.
Hello, Grant.
Hey, Jonesy, how Amanda?
Hello.
How are you
Tell
guys?
us about your camping.
Well, I was on Year 10 camp, and the shit camper is our guide. So what happened was that we got lost in the Hawkesbury in the middle of winter. And what had happened is that he'd taken us for a walk. We've gone through waist-deep water. We had leeches all over it.
Oh.
And then at the middle of the night, we decided, all right, well, we're not going to be found. We set up camp on the side of a mountain. We had to cram 8 boys into a 2-man tent.
Oh.
And then the worst thing of all was that our teacher lost her shit because she decided that, she was only there for one day. The other teacher, who was there for the kayak part of the trip, he didn't do the hiking part because he had an ingrown toenail.
Okay.
And when you say she lost it, what form did that take?
Oh, she was yelling out, saying all sorts of profanities in the middle of the night, and the boys had to try and calm her down.
That's
and the worst thing was that during the night, what we could hear is that we could hear the people from the campsite actually cutting down trees to try and find us. But because we'd waded through the water, our guide's walkie-talkie got wet, so he could only communicate through clicks.
Oh. Has it put you off camping, Grant? Just that story's put me off.
Can't imagine why.
No, look, to be honest, I don't mind going camping with my mates, but I don't think I'd go bush bashing like that again.
No. I don't think that teacher would have gone camping again.
Imagine being a teacher. What teacher would sign up to take students camping?
No, and the lesson today is how to swear.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. And today, something we were talking about earlier, men sitting down to pee, does it pass the pub test?
Do you, Brendan?
Apparently I'm an old dinosaur because I
Do you
use
do
the
or you
urinal.
don't?
Yeah, I use the urinal, and that's what I do because I'm 55.
Well, a new survey, a new poll has shown that many men do in Germany. 62% of men say they sit down. 50% of Swedes do. 39% of Australians do to do a wee. I wonder if this is part of the new iPhone generation. Well, if you want to be on your phone, it's easier if you're sitting down and take longer than you normally would. Apparently, it's quite healthy for you to sit down.
Is it?
Some of the responses here are interesting. Some of the guys are saying, I do it at night because I don't want to turn the light on. Saves aiming. And this woman has said, since a lot of males are living on their own with no mum, no sister, no girlfriend to clean up this widespread pee, guys are sitting down, so there's less clean-up involved.
Sometimes it can go awry when you're standing up.
So you're not tempted then to sit down?
Well, sometimes it just goes, as I say, it goes awry because, I don't want to go into the hydraulics of it all, but sometimes it might be, it just...
Yeah, and just so that there's not a mess, some men choose to sit down.
I'm not a sit-down guy.
Even for number 2.
I stand up.
Use the urinal. Strange boast. I'm 55 and that's what I do.
That's what I do.
Well, what do
the
you
kids
think?
here these days, they all go. And this place, this radio station where we are, it was designed to have no one here. But now there's 1 billion people, so the toilets are always packed.
How dare you as a man complain there aren't enough toilets?
There's a queue. It's like go to a nightclub.
If you go to a night at the theatre in Sydney, if you go any of those sort of places, there's like 3 cubicles for women. You can line up the second it's intermission and you still won't have done a wee by the time they're telling you to get back to your seat. So don't you dare complain.
Maybe you should learn to stand up next time you're at the theatre.
Maybe I should.
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, elbow. Coming through.
Men sitting down to pee. Does it pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You love bombshell news.
You promised bombshell news. I've gone into the bomb shelter and I'm ready to hear it.
Married at First Sight. Let's talk about it for a second. Okay. I know it's lying dormant at the moment.
Yes,
I'll tell you the bombshell news in a minute. Their salaries have been revealed, and this isn't the bombshell news, but if you're wondering about going on Married at First Sight, apparently you can expect to get $1,175 a week.
See, this is their incentive to stay longer because you get paid the longer you're in. So why would you say, no, I want to tap out? You'd stay in till the end because you get paid.
So that's well above the minimum wage. The minimum wage in Australia is $812 a week. Do you remember the good old days? I remember I got $300 a week and I thought I was the richest man in the world. So $812 is the minimum wage. Domenica, remember Domenica? Mm-hmm. She said that she made about $1,100 a week and she made $150 a day, which...
Would that be more than her normal job?
I don't know what she did for a normal job. She said at the time I still had bills, had to pay my rent, and I had to pay, whatever. Domenica swiftly reaped the rewards of her newfound fame, joining OnlyFans, where she made enough for a house deposit.
And went on, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
So there you go.
Yeah, but for the flip side of that is all the ones that have been in the paper this week because suddenly they're in control of their own social media again. That ban that was put on them after they come out of the show has been lifted. And many of them are saying, well, a couple I read about was saying I can't leave the house because of the way I was vilified on the show. Yep. The edit didn't go my way. People think I'm a villain. I've lost my job. So it doesn't always go your way.
The bombshell news?
Please tell me.
The next groom or bride, trans. It's going to be a trans person on the show.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Is the point of that the person who marries them doesn't know? Because that's
juice.
It's not juicy, it's awful. Because then if you're not happy with that, you will look like you're dissing trans people. Mm-hmm. And if you are happy with that, then that changes the nature. I don't know. I just think that's playing a game.
So if you had like a Lola situation, the Kinks Lola,
Crying game scenario.
A crying game scenario.
Well, look, and is that fair to ambush a person with that? We're speculating.
We are speculating, but that's bombshell news.
If you've got to keep upping the ante every year, what are you going to do?
Will people sign up for it?
100%. 100%.
100%. 100%. 100%. 2,000%.
Therein. Therein lies the problem.
Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down at the Jonesy and Amanda Arms today for the pub test, men sitting down to pee. Does it pass the pub test?
A surprising number of men do it, apparently. In Germany, 62% of men do it.
The Germans would do that.
50% of Swedes, 39% of Australian men say they like to sit down to wee. Some of the comments were interesting, saying in the middle of the night it saves me having to aim. And some women are saying I encourage it because it means there's less pee all over the floor.
Some folks I know in the Merchant Navy, they sit down to have a bit of a wee.
How come?
Well, the ship's rocking and rolling.
Oh, I see. Yeah. But it does mean that you're like us in that it takes up a whole cubicle.
Yeah. Well, it does now. The millennials, the kids these days, they can't go to the urinal, which is great when you're at an event because I go straight to the urinal because they've got to go into the cubicle.
But also, I wonder if the advent of people going through their phones while they're on the loo has made men sit down on the toilet. The pub test today. Men sitting down to pee. Does it pass the pub test?
Yes, it does. Late at night when I wake up, as you know, wake up and your junk is in a different state. It's a lot easier to push it down and you don't have to do a handstand to pee.
I definitely think it passes the pub test. It's cleaner and, a lot of my guy friends have actually told me that they sit down when they pee. So I think it definitely passes the pub test. It absolutely does because it's so much easier to clean the toilet when your kids aren't peeing everywhere, which is what every little boy does. So yes, let's teach all men to sit down to pee. Thank you. It doesn't pass the pub test. Definitely not. Guys should stand up because they have one for a reason, to stand up and use it.
Stand up and use
Is that the only reason you have one, so you can urinate?
Although that first caller, your junk is in a different state when you get up.
Victoria.
That's
Tell your wife that.
How big your junk is.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Cost of living, as we know, is getting completely out of hand. And people are saying, why are things costing so much at restaurants and cafes and who's paying for this? There's actually a great little cafe in Coogee called Little Jack Horner. It's across from the beach. It's lovely.
Is that your hang?
It's one of my many hangs,
Do you go down there with all your colourful identity friends and things like that?
And they know to clear everyone out.
Like Renee Rivkin just sitting there surrounded by young men and
that's what I do, and I leave
colourful Sydney identities.
I leave my gun on the counter and I'll say I'll pick that up on the way out.
And you always forget it.
Yeah, I left my gun. I left my gun now. I have to go back and get it.
Can you bring it?
But there's been a story that they are serving an avocado side dish that costs $10.90, which is 5 times the price you'd pay for a single avocado at the shop.
It's crazy because there's a glut of avocados at the moment.
There?
There's tons of avocados.
How come?
They're giving them away because there's too many of them. Don't you understand the meaning of glut?
Believe me, I do.
I do like saying glut.
What about this story, though? Apparently, this is a headline. Aussies are furious at the outrageous price of fairy bread at a trendy inner-city bar. Who's buying fairy bread at a trendy inner-city bar? Apparently, it's fairy bread with Pop Rocks and a side of strawberry syrup dipping sauce at Buddy's Bar in Newtown.
Pop Rocks, were they the ones that you used to put in your mouth and they pop off?
Yeah. And then you'd pop off afterwards. $7 for fairy bread. No. What adult's eating fairy bread? Do adults still like fairy bread? You know, when you grow up, you grow out of those sweet, sugary tastes. Maybe not everyone does.
When you go to a kid's party, you might dip into the fairy bread.
No, I would never dip into the fairy bread. You know, I'd still take the cheesels.
Yeah.
And I would still take those little, we used to call them LBDs. I don't think you can call them that anymore.
What's an LBD?
Little boys' dicks. I don't think you can call them that. Frankfurters? What did you call them? Woody Franks, just those little
mini
little
Cheerios.
Little Cheerios.
I love those
Cheerios.
things. And
you tomato sauce.
You eat about 50 of them and then later on you're just going,
yeah. Then you have to tap your stomach and release the gas.
Like a giant pop rock.
Yeah, that's right. But, you know, I don't know why adults are going out and ordering children's food. Why don't you just charge us $100 million for a chocolate crackle and have someone paint your face? A woman dressed as a fairy can paint your face if that's what you're after.
And then buy a house.
Yeah.
Hey, instead of spending money on that, just buy a house.
Those are all your options.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Listen up, people. Fasten your seatbelt.
Let's get ready to rumble.
5-star freeloader. It's day number 3 and we have this package for you. Do you want me to do the big voice?
Okay, but make it dramatic because this is fantastic.
Package 3. Coldplay in Tokyo. Busy watching the clocks at work? We've got something to fix you. Coldplay in Tokyo. Say konnichiwa to your lay-flat suite as you prepare to travel to the land of the rising sun. Japan. Nihon. Home to the cherry blossoms, sumo wrestlers, and those weird capsule hotels. But fear not, you'll be staying in 5-star luxury. Unscramble the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. Check out the fashion in the Harajuku district before stuffing your face hole stupid at the world-famous sushi or ramen bars. Then see who can find the quirkiest thing in a vending machine. Don't even go there. Oh, and make sure you leave time for the real reason you're here. Coldplay, live at the Tokyo Dome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Tokyo is one of my favourite places in the world, and to go there to see Coldplay would be extraordinary. You get a fully lay-flat bed suite to fly over there, limo transfers, 5-star accommodation. Just brilliant. What a great prize.
What a great prize.
That's package number 3. So far we've got Madonna in London, we have Ed Sheeran in Chicago, and now we have Coldplay in Tokyo.
Let's put some Coldplay on right now. Just a bit of an aperitif of what you might see.
Jam Nation.
We can't get enough of this.
Tree headlights. Johnny's gone. Straight tree headlights.
How good's that?
Johnny's gone. Johnny's gone.
That is a brand new band called the Barnstormers, including, amongst others, Jimmy Barnes and Chris Chaney, who join us now. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Boys.
Hello, team. How are you doing?
Very
Morning.
well. Hello.
Morning, Chris. How are we?
We're good. We're awake. We're alive.
We're awake. We're alive. Hello. Good to be
These
alive.
are great hours for you guys. I know that. How did this come about? Because it's the two of you. It's Jules Holland. Who else is in it? What's going on?
Chris, you want to take this one?
Yeah, well, geez, how long have we got? Probably not long enough. But it's a bit of a long story. But, you know, Jimmy and I have been friends for a long time. He's been friends with Slim Jim Phantom from the Stray Cats for a long time. And we all share this love of rockabilly music. And every time we've met up over the past sort of 20 years, we should make a record one day. We should get
as individuals. And you know, like Chris and Slim said it, me and Chris said it, me and Slim, so like we've all been talking about it. I've been saying it for 35, 40 years to Slim. And you know, Chris, since I met Chris, all I wanted to do was make a record with him anyway. But finally, we thought lockdown. We were sitting at home, looking at ourselves on the phone and going, let's do something. And so you'd think that to make a rockabilly record, really, you'd have to be locked in a garage somewhere, all trapped in one room in a garage. That's how rockabilly records are made. But this, due to the thanks to the incredible help of Kevin Shirley, the wonderful record producer, he managed to capture us all. And we did this record. Chris is in Melbourne. I was in Sydney or Berrima. Jules is in London, and Slim was in Los Angeles. So it was like this intercontinental hookup, and we kept sending files around until slowly we'd start off with a sort of scratch guitar from Chris or a rhythm from Slim, and it'd slowly go around the chain. And by the time it came back to me, it started to sound like a band. I'd sing, it'd come back around again, it sounds like a record. So it was one of those things. It was really, really great process.
Right. I love Slim Jim Phantom on the drums. He's just so great.
He's a ball of energy. I've always loved Slim Jim, and I love the fact he plays standing up.
Yeah, stand-up drummer.
Slim's always sort of spinning, jumping. He's one of the really most enthusiastic guys I know who loves music. He always wants to play music.
This is the stuff that'd be so great to hear live. I know the debut album is out on Friday. Any chance all of you could be in the same room at the same time?
We could probably all be on the same computer. Listen, we are trying to do it, and we literally did have a show or two lined up, but due to some surgery that I had to have, which we have in common, we had to blow that out. But so it's just a little bit difficult. But I think at some point we're going to get us all on stage at the same time. The other thing I'm thinking of doing, we're going to, the Barnstormers are such great songs to play and great songs to sing. And Chris and I are out on tour soon doing the Red Hot Summer Tour, doing our own shows. And we thought we might try and get together and play a couple of tunes there somewhere. If I jump up in his set or he gets up in mine or something, we'll do a couple of tunes as well. But we'd love to get the band together. Yeah.
Yeah. That happened every time you and I are in the same suburb. We end up playing music together.
Maybe on stage you could recreate one of your mum's garages or something.
that could be
She
a
can
thing.
come in and give you all a cup of tea halfway through.
Well, it's Australia, so we can make it a carpool.
And also,
Neighbours phone up and complain.
I love the film clip to it too. It's so great, the animation of the film clip, and it's got the old traditional drag race. You know, they're racing for pinks, and then because they used to in the olden days go heading towards a cliff, and you'd have to stop before you got to the cliff.
And, the girls waving the flag.
Yeah.
It's very, very old school. It was a great thing because we, obviously we couldn't be in the same room. We're trying to do photos and trying to do all that stuff. So it was really great. Slim's, a friend of Slim's who's a comic strip drawer, animator. He did the drawings for the covers and stuff. And then we found an animator in Italy to make the clips. So although the band hasn't been in the same room, we've managed to make film clips and do press shots and do all this stuff. It's very cool.
Fantastic. It's a modern supergroup. Sorry, Chris.
Morphed into Edward Scissorhands in the so that was something I didn't expect.
Yeah, when we get the cartoons back, we're all going, hang on, can you make me a bit slimmer? Never make me taller than Slim. Right?
Well, and that clip could just be driving in traffic these days.
Yeah, you'd be in trouble for that. We'd be pulled over. We'd be breathalyzed, I reckon.
Well, actually, you had your own thing with that truck driver. What the hell happened with that? I forgot about.
Oh man, that was just a nightmare. It was just a guy having a bad day and he hit the wrong person. He was also having I had a bad day after he hit my car. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But did he know it was you?
No, he didn't have a clue. He didn't have a clue. But he wanted to fight me, and I was standing in the dark in Port Botany in the middle of the night, thinking, "Do I want to fight now at this? This guy. I could, if I hit him, I could probably, or if I miss, he's going to kill me."
And you've just had hip surgery.
It's only going to end badly.
I've got to. At this point in my life, I don't want to be fighting, truckies in the street, and so we just I got the cops, and we sorted that.
It's like a rework of the movie Duel.
It's a jewel.
But to say that, he was lucky he was dealing with me and not Jane. She would have killed him.
Jane would have told him a new one. Well, Jimmy and Chris, it's great to talk to you. Barnstormers, the debut album is out on Friday. Just love it. We just love Johnny's Gone.
Can we hear another snippet?
Yeah.
We are so excited about this record.
Look at the cover. Jimmy's holding it up on the Zoom.
Look at the cover. Look at that.
Look at that.
Vinyl. We love vinyl, and it just sounds so good for material like
That's
this.
the biggest CD I've ever seen.
Good on you, boys. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Jimmy.
Jam Nation.
Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
Something we're happy to be associated with again, the Sydney Children's Hospital Foundation's Sydney Sick Kids Appeal, which is back on again.
Yes, where WSFM is a proud partner of the Sydney Sick Kids Appeal, joining Sydney locals, groups, companies and schools to raise much-needed funds. From toddlers to teenagers, inner suburbs, outer cities, regional, rural and beyond. These kids need our help because every child in hospital is a childhood on hold.
And we've been to the hospital and seen how the funds work out, and it really makes a big difference.
Absolutely it does. So go to schf.org, that's Sydney Children's Hospital Foundation.org.au now, to donate.
The 2023 Sydney Sick Kids Appeal, proudly supported by WSFM.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
You could win $20,000 for being our favourite ghoulie of the year. Just download the iHeartRadio app, go to WSFM, press the microphone, record your ghoulie.
Done and done. What have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is watching particular events on TV where guys are wearing long shirts and jackets, and it's obviously freezing outside, and the girls are in their little sleeveless dresses, thin material, and you just think to yourself, put a jacket on, love. Why should you suffer? Fashion isn't that important. Your warmth is more important.
That's such a mum thing to say,
Home
isn't
and
it?
away. It's never winter in Summer Bay.
Yeah, not for the girls at least. What else?
What gets my ghoulies is when I'm trying to watch Bold and the Beautiful and my husband says, is Brooke dead yet? Is Ridge dead yet? But when he wants to watch his football or his darts, I can't even breathe. That's what gets my ghoulies.
Well, darts is important.
I saw my husband watching darts the
here
other
we
day.
go.
I know, come on.
And
also, where are the variables? You're inside, there's no wind. If you're good, why don't you get a bullseye every time? I make a very good point, don't I?
You do make a good point.
But when is Ridge going to die?
They should throw the dartboard at the person with a dart in their mouth. That would be interesting.
That would be more interesting.
That would be interesting.
A lot of business for dentists.
Actually, ESPN would already have a show about that. Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can download the iHeartRadio app and record your ghoulie now. It's 5 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend gets 2 nights to stay at a 2-bedroom luxury Meriton Suite. Meriton Suites Canberra is opening soon. You can book now.
You get the Jonesy and Amanda Tea Towel and 18th birthday key ring as well.
The finale of Alone Australia is on SBS tonight. I'm hosting the reunion. So here's how it goes. The final 2 eps are on tonight, and SBS On Demand, you can watch the reunion, or else it'll be shown on regular SBS tomorrow.
So you'll be like Alex Perry when they do the Real Housewives series
Brendan.
and you come on afterwards.
Yeah, we'll come
and you
on
talk
afterwards.
to all the people, all the protagonists.
That's the only thing that is like Alex Perry hosting something with the Real Housewives. These are real
you won't
people.
be wearing big sunglasses on your head.
These are real people who have done extraordinary things. The stories are very emotional. I cry. There's a lot going on.
Are you saying the Real Housewives aren't real people?
These people are incredible at surviving incredibly tough environments, but most of us aren't. Most of us, as camping goes, are terrible. Tribal Drum was bidding for Dobbin, a Pissweak camper.
Join in the fun, travel all over Australia.
Here's Anna from Penrith.
A friend of ours decided to ask us to go camping. Now, we've never been camping, so we didn't know what we were doing. But anyway, we ended up getting a tent and some blow-up beds and a pump and whatever else we needed. And we went camping. We had a great day and all that, but come night time, we all went to bed. And then halfway through the night, the mattresses went flat as a pancake. So my husband gets the pump and we start pumping the bloody beds and everything, and then a bit of water got in and all that. When we got up in the morning, everybody was staring at us and laughing and winking at John and all that. And I said to my husband, what's it going on about? And he said, I have no idea. And then somebody came to me and said, oh, you guys must have had a good time last night. I said, what are you talking about? We had a shit night. We didn't sleep. Our mattresses went flat. He said, oh, I thought you were having sex.
No, we weren't.
Maybe they saw the shadow against the side of the tent.
The only thing that was going down was the mattress.
Hey!
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Hopefully Phil's up next. We're back tonight for Jam Nation, so we'll see you at 6.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation Podcast.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.